Sugar Shane's rocking the scoop. Take 16 foul down there. Had him covered up. Bachelor goes dead on with a donut, but 29 at the hit. Sugar Shane was 003. Takes 16 foul. Goes one above. Nice lap for Sugar Shane. Corey Gallitti and Austin Thompson. 456 for Corey, 487 for Austin. Corey won that American Dragster at Vegas a couple of years ago. He's a little bit behind, but wins it on a double breakout. Corey was 024. Thompson was 014. Thompson took just a tick too much stripe. I'm sure Corey fed him some of it. 13 foul under to Corey's 10 foul under. Allison Lloyd and Greg Hicks. Allison with Sean Sarah riding along. Fouls 456. Greg Hicks dials it down to a 475.
What happened, buddy? Overdrop.
Ooh. Hicks is 009 and turns on the lamp. Allison sprays and dumps. Did everything she could, but her reaction time started with a 1. Hicks was 009, gets there 37, 1 above. Allison Lloyd, 451 on a 456 at 141. So she had the wherewithal. That knew that she missed the tree. She got on her juice and dumped down there, and pretty good awareness right there. Kyle Coltrera and Cody Witt. Coltrera, the hottest hand in the business right now. 462, Cody Witt, 490. So Ken Coltrera, keep clicking on the win lights. Having a banner year in 2022. And this time he doesn't need the starting line. Cody Witt needs to look over his shoulder. Oh, wow. He did get off the gas. He was 133 miles per hour, goes 491 on a 490. So Cody goes through, killed about 5 or 6 miles per hour, so Kyle Coltrera wasn't there. Not sure what happened to Kyle. Tough way to go out.
Oh, we're going to have 20 left?
I don't know exactly yet. Severn Johnson and Timothy Thomas. .471, 1/10 handicap going to the right side. Severn and Timothy Thomas from Lumberton, North Carolina, going to try to turn on the win light and move on to round number 6. We're in the Mickey Thompson round right now. The best losing package will get a set of slicks from Mickey Thompson. That's what I'm talking about. These guys are going for the full win light. How about a 10-pack? Timothy Thomas to an 11-pack. Get some of that, guys. 10-pack left side, 11-pack right side. Win light Timothy Thomas. And here's your bicar. Beautiful 69 Camaro driven by Nat Moore. Pretty quick 581. See what Nat does on his checkout pass. Good start, 008. 581 is the dial-in, and 583 at 116 will end the Mickey Thompson round. We'll take a little bit of a break. We got door cars in the lanes, and we'll be back at you shortly.
RAD torque guns are the world's most powerful and reliable torquing systems with the highest power-to-weight ratio. RAD torque guns are available in pneumatic, battery, and electronic drive systems with torque ranges from 500 to 15,000 foot-pounds of torque. RAD torque guns are being used around the world by companies such as Boeing Aerospace, Caterpillar Equipment, GE Wind Towers, the U.S. military, and many, many more. RAD torque systems are also very involved in the drag racing community, sponsoring many events, as well as a large fleet of RAD-sponsored race cars. For more information, visit radtorque.com.
Years of innovation, 60 years of attention to detail, 60 years of rigorous testing under race conditions is what makes ATI Performance Products great. ATI has been helping racers like you reach the finish line first. Today, we manufacture a wide range of high-performance parts that are track-tested and race-proven. We're passionate about performance, and that passion is what drives you to the finish line first. See everything ATI has to offer at ATIRacing.com.
Out of the bulbs at the bottom, and I mean, they are blinking them hard. Oh. Williams is in big-time trouble. You can see like a little trail of smoke out from behind the car as he got there to about the 330-foot mark, but it is no good. Kyle Bigley, 008 and 452 on a 450. Both drivers were dead on the dial. About 4th dial separated. Out of Ohio, 487 the down for Bigley. Both drivers lead early. And this one is going to be a true start affair. Tree drops. We stay green. 11 thou, the difference between the pickup truck and the dragster at the finish line. It's going to be Shell. Bill Webb is in and set. He's got the 89 body Cutlass on the left side. Bill Webb, the reaction time is 000. So with Bill Webb coming in from Ohio, running a home game here, and Matt Shell, Marco had pointed out, two cars that are very evenly matched. Just a 300th of a second split between them in the dial. All four are on, tree drops. Red light start for Matt Shell, and Bill Webb is going home with his choice of dragster. Runs 590 on a 489 after getting out of the throttle plenty early. Was 029 on the tree and picks up the win light.
Meet the next generation of Autometer's legendary Ultimate Tachometer line, the Ultimate 3 and the Ultimate DL, which places the power of more advanced data acquisition systems in an affordable, convenient, and compact package. With the Ultimate 3, you can record the engine and driveshaft RPM at 100 samples per second with up to 60 seconds of available memory. Playback data right on the tach itself or easily download to the award-winning Data Pro Analysis software. Availability in black or silver dials in 9,000 or 11,000 RPM ranges. More advanced users should consider using the Ultimate DL, which adds the ability to record wideband air-fuel ratio and pressure channel data to the Ultimate 3, which can help you diagnose fuel delivery issues and improve tuning. For more information, visit us at autometer.com.
All right, got some track prep done. They slicked it up for us. Well, that's probably not a great word to use when you're talking about track prep. They fixed it up for us nicely. But thank you, Bristol Dragway staff. On top of things out there, track has been phenomenal all day. Really, really good job by everybody involved.
Logan Westmoreland is right here. Are you gonna like get the shakes? Gonna be okay.
Wow. All right, it appears Allison Lloyd and Caroline McCarty both went out in the same round. So our last female standing award is going to be split among those talented young ladies. Allison Lloyd and Caroline McCarty will be splitting the last female standing award. Great job, ladies. Really nice work on your part. It's Kendall Little in the left lane. 607 is the dial. Jeff Verdi in the right. Verdi dialed 617. Mickey Thompson, round 5, best losing package. Severn Johnson. Severn Johnson, congratulations to you. And thank you to the great folks at Mickey Thompson for your support of round number 5 this weekend. Little giving up a 10th head start to Verdi. Fairly even on the starting line, and Jeff Verdi makes it happen. 16, take 8 to be dead on with a 7-23 pack. For Verdi, Little is 12 up front, had a slight advantage there, but goes 19 thou over to be 8 thou behind. Thank you for the kind words, Rhonda, and Jeff and Jeanette Coleman listening in from Canada. Thank you guys for tuning in. Next up, Logan Westmoreland has beat me like a drum. He's got Kevin Brennan, got his work cut out for him here. See, Rabbit makes it happen on the double breakout, 14 and 3 thou under. Gets by 21 and 13 thou under. Westmoreland breaks it out by 10 thou more than Brannon. He was behind, Westmoreland was behind 7 thou up front, needed to be behind 7 or more at the stripe, and took 3 thou for a 10 thou turnaround, putting the win light in Rabbit's lane.
All that work, whooping up on you 2 rounds in a row.
That's a really good point, Mike Eames. I think Logan Westmoreland got worn out kicking my tail. I think it fatigued him a little bit. So coming back to the water box here with a couple of more door cars. We got Brian McCown out of Whitesburg, Kentucky. Beautiful, beautiful 67 Chevelle. This is one nice piece over here in the left lane. McCown's dialed 632. Chase McKay in the right from Romulus, Michigan. 68 Camaro dialed 639. Only 7 Hun head start. Will be going McKay's way in the right lane. Hello, Scott Trent. Be always great to have you in the house. Racers for Christ chaplain Scott Trent going to be joining us tomorrow here on the mountain. Look forward to that. Oh, 19 thou separate them. McCown's got some work to do. Right side. How about 003? Take 008 for Chase McKay. Nasty lap right there to be 13 thou above. 16 total. McCown is 22 up front. There's no chance there when your opponent's 16 total. He does light it up dead on too with some good discipline there, but comes up 8 thou short as Chase McKay moves into round number 7. There'll be 11 coming. All right, next up in the water box be Brian Adkins. Adkins out of Bluefield, West Virginia in the 72 Nova. I like 72 Novas. He's dialed 638. Right lane, Matt and Moore. Says Matt's in a 69 Camaro. Looks like that's exactly what Matt's in. He's from Atwood, Tennessee, dialed 582. 5600's head start. Going Brian Adkins' way in the left lane. The Nova will lead first. Camaro will chase. The winner advances to round number 7. Oh, Brian Adkins, a huge advantage on the starting line. And Adkins gets a double breakout win. Oh no, Matt Moore can't follow him through there. Ouch, that one's going to hurt. Adkins is 15 and 2 thou under. Moore 70 up front, then goes 15 thou under. 13 thousandths more breakout for Matt Moore. He's 42 thousandths behind at that point. That's just when you want to turn your opponent loose and hope that they go under, but Matt went farther under. Tough break right there. What's up, Daniel Blackwell? Having a blast, my friend, having a blast. What's going on, Mike English? Good to have you tuning in. Yeah, Eames wore him out today. I raced a little longer than I typically do, so put a little too much on his plate. Josh Ludke and Cliff Carr. Cliff lights at 2 thou pink. Ludke to round next. 008, 4 thou under for Josh Ludke. His 2019 Racecraft chassis is into round number 7. Cliff Carr, 2 thou red, and then 22 thou under. Yeah, that probably needs a contribution from me, Brian Giddings. I said darn it to heck when my wind light didn't come on. And then when I got my ticket, I knew I overdropped when I saw I was 2 above. That was kind of knuckleheadish. You don't do that. You keep your discipline and drop the dead on, but I didn't.
Here's it. You can ask somebody from Can Do Enterprises to come to the tower. That's our cleanup crew. Thank you.
All right, if we could get a representative from Can Do Enterprises to come up and see Jack in the tower. Need a representative from Can Do Enterprises. Come see Jack in the tower, please. Missing one dragster. Final call, dragsters, as Cody Witt lights the win light. 18 take 5 to be dead on with a 7. 22 dead 8 for Hicks, comes up 5 little ones short. We're missing one dragster in the lanes. Final call, dragsters. Round number 6. Final call, dragsters. Round number 6, missing one of you. Steve Collier next up in the left, 455 is his dial out of Benton, Louisiana, 06 undercover. He'll be chasing Tim Thomas over in the right from Lumberton, North Carolina. Tim, 2100's head start. There's 21 cars remaining in this round. Started with 640 entries. It's been a long day, but we're working our way towards a $30,000 champion here on ATI Performance Products Thursday. 2 thou pink for Collier. Thomas moving on. 21 dead 5, 26 pack. Collier 13 thou under and 2 thou too quick on the let go. It's 11:11 here in Eastern time zone, 11:11 p.m. It has been so far about a 15-hour day on the racetrack. We've had a monster crowd. We've had rain. We've had a big cleanup, couple little issues with cars here and there. We've worked through it. We're about to work our way to our final 11 entries, as Ian Woods is facing Sugar, Shane Carr. Sugar on a 448, Woods 475. 27 Hun head start going Ian Woods' way. Sugar in control of this one. He don't mess these up. 3 take 10 for Sugar Shane. 15 thou above. Nice 18 pack for Shane Carr, as Ian Woods is 26 up front, no chance. He did light it up dead on with a 2, but Sugar had control of that one start to finish. Corey Gulitti next up in the left, 454 is his dial. Race Kid in the right, dial 464. Tomball, Texas in the left, Boise, Idaho in the right, and a couple of the baddest young guns in the entire country right here, duking it out to go to round number 7. Only 4 thou difference on the let go. And Gulitti gets a win light, 13, 17 thou above. Kid 17, take 19 to be 6 thou under. Race Kid needed to take 13 or less. And Corey Gulitti moves into the round of 11. Here's your by-car, Robert Holton. 90 model Mustang out of Moncks Corner, South Carolina, dial 547. Hard charging door car here gets a stress-free ride to round number 7 as we are wrapping up. Hoosier, round number 6, where the awesome people at Hoosier are going to put a set of slicks in somebody's hands for a best losing package. I don't think my 29 pack's going to hold up. Robert Holton backs up his by run with a 001 reaction, and then just coast right on through with a 570 on that 547. We went ahead and put our bicar out in front to let one cool down. And our final two cars in round number 6. Hoosier round number 6 coming to a close right here. Couple of bad dudes. Timothy Thomas in the left lane. Timothy's out of Lumberton, North Carolina, dial 461. And the FTI entry in the right of Gary G-Dub Williams. One of the best careers this sport has ever seen, and he's still getting it done at a very high level. He's trying to work his way to round number 7 and get by Timothy Thomas. He's getting a 900 head start, Williams. Part of the FTI crew out of Florida. And these guys make all the big races. And they do quite well. Especially that one in the driver's seat right there. But Timothy Thomas is no pushover. He'll have something to say about G-Dub trying to get to round number next. G-Dub lights at 1 thou pink. It was not going to be easy. Timothy Thomas, as advertised, 16 dead one, pretty solid lap, 17 total. G-Dub gets in on 17 a lot, but that was going to be a tall task. G-Dub lights at 1 thou pink. Timothy Thomas to the round of 11. That wraps up Hoosier round number 6. Again, where the awesome folks at Hoosier putting a set of tires in the best losing package hands. Thank you to the great folks at Hoosier. We appreciate you guys very much for your support of the RAD Torque Systems Fall Fling presented by Optima Batteries.
This next decade was basically bracket racing evolved, and as a response to Edmund and Scotty Richardson, they basically dictated what happened next. Because everybody said, "How the heck do we beat these guys? We can't give them a clean wheel down there. Clean wheel meaning an easy target. So let's mix it up, and that's when a spot drop became popular. And basically, a spot drop was hold a couple of numbers. Edmund and Scotty will pull up alongside of you. You give them what they call a moving target. So it made their job a little bit harder. This is it right here. As far as finish line driving, these two, you're learning how they think. So in my mind, you know how they think. And I'm not going to turn this into, I'm going to show you how to beat Johnny Zell, but I'm going to say running your own race, but staying in your lane. In other words, when he has you covered up by, like he said, he's ripping the throttle and he's wearing you out on the way down the track. Your job is to stay confident, and I'm not screwed. I got a chance here. He's doing his thing.
Hello, and thanks for watching our video. Today, Mazir Enterprises would like to help you take a look at your starting system, most especially the main cable side, and help you to troubleshoot problems such as poor cranking speed, kickback, and intermittent solenoid clicking. So let's take a look. If you're changing to a Mazir starter from another type of gear reduction starter, there will be an increased electrical demand on the solenoid side. Our starters can demand up to 40 amps to activate, and rarely are start switches and neutral safety switches rated this high. If this is an issue for you, please see our video for our start relay, the WIK 400. To begin the test, you'll want your batteries fully charged. Set your voltmeter on 0 to 20 volts. The battery should check between 12.5 and 13.2 fully charged. And now we're going to crank to get a baseline while it's under load. Next, we'll perform the same test, except with the leads connected at the starter. So what we saw was 11.1 volts under load at the battery and under 9 volts at the starter. That's over 2 volts lost through the system. A good car is going to be about 1 volt lost through the system. So what we're going to do now is check at the different points in the system so that we can isolate which components are causing the loss. Now we'll check the back side of the switch. So after checking at the master cutoff switch, we now know that we have a small loss through the primary wire, a small loss through the master cutoff switch, but over 1 volt loss through the main cable running from the front to the back of the car. It's quite common for these cars to be set up with cable that's too small for the job. We recommend 1/0 cable, fine stranded, high quality wire. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change that cable out and see how the voltage check improves. Alright, so we're just completing the change out of the cable as well as the installation of the new master cutoff switch. In an attempt to make this system as good as it can possibly be, we decided we needed to get rid of that extra ½ volt drop. So the final thing is to check the system again, front and back, and see what the voltage loss is. Let's check it out. So with the changes we've made, we've got a pretty good result. We've got about 1 volt loss in this car. The spin is much faster, and under hot cranking conditions, it's going to be much more reliable. Thanks for watching our video, and please contact us if you have any questions about these products or any others. Racers serving up the very best parts. That's what Mazir Enterprises is all about. Since our first product introduction in the 1980s, we have been in the relentless pursuit of excellence on the track and off, with a mission to produce the very best parts. Problem-solving parts for your high-performance vehicle. No matter if it's chassis and fabrication, water pump and cooling system, starters and the accompanying electrical, or full billet flex plates you're after, look to Mazir for the best solutions.
You know, it's the old story. You do well, you win a couple of races, and then right away, everybody's against you, everybody's your enemy. You know, it's not fair, but that's the way it is.
Watch carefully. These stock eliminator finals are always so close. And how about this? Sal Biondo takes the win. It's the 100th final for the Biondo family, and it's a winning one for Sal. Sal Biondo, Peter Biondo, many national event wins. Of course, brother Peter has won any number of sportsman championships. For the 3rd time in the last 12 years here at Maple Grove, Peter Biondo, Sal Biondo both win their respective eliminators at the same national event.
Biondo Racing Products, a family-owned and operated business, now in the 35th year of racers, providing racers with over 50 years of racing experience and expertise. Please check us out at beyondoracing.com.
I don't believe in those, so I'm going to say it. There's no rain. Tomorrow is going to get started with, I think, less new entries than we had today. and no rain. So somebody is going to celebrate a $100,000 victory tomorrow at a very decent hour. And then we're going to have our racer appreciation party with Trainwreck and Lou Greco bringing the tunes under the tent. Tomorrow's going to be an incredible day here on the mountain. I couldn't imagine standing out there and holding that $100,000 check and it being mine. But me and 600 plus others out here going to be trying to get that done. Can't wait. It's going to be an awesome day with amazing weather here tomorrow on the mountain. But tomorrow is tomorrow. We're in ATI Performance Products Thursday. We still got some business to take care of right here. Door cars, you have been called. Dragsters, you're on standby. Won't be long, dragsters. Shouldn't have any trouble getting them cooled out here in these cooler temps that we're experiencing right now. So we'll get you guys and gals headed back. Well, I guess it's all guys at this point because the ladies battled it out, and Allison Lloyd and Caroline McCarty wrapped up their night in the same round. So they will split our last female standing award. Great job to those young ladies. So it'll be guys, all guys this time around, and dragster guys, you're on standby, so have them ready when Peter gives me the, oh, Peter just gave me the signal, the thumbs up. So dragsters, round 7, Goodyear round 7 dragsters, we need you please. Goodyear round 7 dragsters, we need you please. Shout out to Julius Means watching on the Jegs and Mickey Thompson Motor Mania TV live feed. Appreciate that, Julius. You know, sometimes it helps to just get back up here on the mic and just talk about it with all your friends. Mr. Gary, the father and grandfather in that team that wore me out, he said, go easy on my driver. That was the first time he spanked me. He said, go easy on my driver. I said, I ain't ever beat nobody in that car, and I probably won't get started tonight. Turns out I was right. We probably could have pulled someone out of the stands and put them in that car, and they would have beat me. Well, nobody's really in the stands, so that might not apply tonight. Joanne from Motor Mania said, what about Umbrella Man? Where's Umbrella Man? Umbrella Man could have had multiple uses for an umbrella today. One to block the rain, one to block the sun, one to block the wind. What's up, Hunter Patton? Tuning in on the Jegs and Mickey Thompson Motor Mania TV live feed. Good to have you watching. Appreciate that, bro. Good to be heard on the mic. Find that really hard to believe, but I appreciate anybody that can muster up the energy to say it. See my man Steve Kelly here on the live feed and said shout out from everyone for Cooper Chun tonight. He said he needs prayers and positive thoughts and healing powers. So definitely prayers sent for whatever's going on and challenging Cooper Chun. That's a fine young man, talented one as well. So y'all build a prayer chain up for Cooper Chun for sure. Savannah Kidd, how you doing, girlfriend? Good to have you tuning in. All good, Rhonda, thank you. You know I will, Nate Hershey. If there's any voice left, 640 entries, bro. This is insane up here on the mountain this weekend. We sure miss you. Here we go, Goodyear round 7. Dragsters, you have been called. Dragsters, you have been called. All cars have been called for Goodyear round number 7. We're the cool kids at Goodyear. Gonna put a set of slicks in somebody's hands for the best losing package. We've talked a lot about legendary brands today. Is there any more recognizable than that golden boot? Thank you, Goodyear. We appreciate your support of round number 7. Robert Holton first up. 546 is the dial. He's in the left lane. Jeff Verdi in the right lane. 617 is his target. Verdi getting a head start. And Holton will get after him on the other end. Only 10 thou separate them. Oh boy, Holton took the long way around to lay down 9 total. 6 dead, 3, and he ought to be tired from steering it. 8 thou at the stripe. Verdi, nice lap. 16 dead, 1, but comes up 8 thou short. He's 17 total and got 9 or 8 change from that 9-pack of Holton. Pretty nasty lap there to get us rolling in round number 7. Here's the Rabbit in the left lane. Kevin Brannon out of Gaffney, South Carolina. His Monza dialed 565. Brian Adkins in the right lane from Bluefield, West Virginia. Adkins Nova is dialed 638, and he turns it 2 thou pink. But I tell you, Rabbit was going to be an absolute handful right there. 003 and 12 thou under for the Rabbit, and Kevin Brannon rolls into round number 8 with a very solid effort right there. Kevin Brannon, our Spring Fling Million winner in Vegas in a borrowed dragster, trying to get this $30,000 payday on ATI Performance Products Thursday here to get our main event races started on the mountain. And he's trying to outlast the largest fling field in the history of our events, 13 years running. Adkins was 2 thou red, dead 3. Ouch. When I go 2 thou red, it's usually a product of me saying, I want to be just a couple thou better, so I'll roll me 2 thou out in the water or somewhere under the tower. Let's hope Brian Adkins did not do that. But it really doesn't matter where you roll them out. If you roll them out, and then that's how red you went, it is sickening to say the least. Thank you for that info, Jesse Adams. Appreciate that. And again, that sounds like a monumental challenge on Cooper's hands, but that young man has a lot of love and support around him. He's a great kid, and this is a time for sure when a solid prayer chain will start working wonders in his life. So again, thoughts and prayers out to Cooper Chun and the whole Chun family. I know that he's not going to battle this alone, and he's going to have great support around him. So you guys fight the fight out there. Got some long cars coming up. Here's Josh Ludke in the left lane. 459 is the dial. Sugar, Shane Carr in the right, dial 448. Now this is a monster pair.
I think they all are right.
Couple of bad dudes right here.
He's starting to get monster pair after monster pair.
$4,000's the difference, as advertised. Ludke, 16, take 14 to be dead on with a 4. 20 thou package. Sugar had the advantage up front. He's 12 on the tree, but sets down to go 22 thou above and get 1.5 behind. And he puts the win light in Josh Ludke's lane, and Ludke once again marching his way towards a very late round finish at a Fling event. You'll be down to 6 cars. Corey Gulletti, speaking of monster matchups, he's dial 456 in the left. Tim Thomas dial 476 in the right. 2/10 head start going to Thomas. What's up, Jeff Rigney?
Who you like on now? On the starting line, ain't no way.
Oh. Thomas leaving 2/10 out in front of Gulletti. Thomas laying down solid laps. 4,000ths the difference at the starting line. Gulletti, 16, take 8 to be dead 2, 18 total. Thomas was locked out. He was 20 up front, goes dead 6 to be 8 thou behind. Corey Gulletti, the young gun, already has won a dragster chassis here this weekend, along with Gary Williams winning a dragster chassis as well in the Tuesday night dragster shootout. Now he's down to 6 cars in the 30 grander on ATI Performance Products Thursday. Timothy Thomas next up in the left. 461 is his dial. Cody Witt in the right, dial 490. Thomas giving up 2,900's head start to Cody Witt. Thomas out of Lumberton, North Carolina. Witt out of Naugatuck, West Virginia. Love it. Oh boy. Cody Witt in control of that one, start to finish, 006 and 16 thou above. 22 total. He locked out Timothy Thomas. Thomas is 33 dead 7, taking 18 thou at the stripe. Is Cody Witt for the win. Thomas, great discipline there, sits down to dead on. I'll say sits down. That might have been a time shot. Either way, Cody Witt advances to the quarterfinals. Right lane is Chase McKay, looking for a 639 on the board.
7th grade.
Chase is negative 13 and 12 thou under. Chase McKay needed that single right there. Got it all on the let go as he left 13 thou red, and then he goes 12 thou under, which that might have been by design. We won't question that one very much, but pretty sure the 13 red was not what he had in mind. So now we are down to the quarterfinals. 6 cars will remain when we call you back. This will be the ladder round. But when we call you back, racers, we'll call everyone. We'll get you up here to the front of stage and let them get you paired up, tell you who's got who. So y'all spread out nice up front. Really doesn't matter what lane you pull in, because lane choice will be determined by whomever has lane choice. It really doesn't matter where you line up per se. So racers, when we call you back for the quarterfinals, just pull up in the front of the lanes and spread out, and someone will head out there and get you paired up.
Jags.
Again, it's an APD Carburetors Wednesday, $15,000 to win is on the line for our warm-up Wednesday. So we are down to 5. The conversation back in the staging lanes was a fairly quick one. We'll see which one of them gets to make their way one step closer. 634 down as Garrett Griffith gets himself staged up and set. Jeff Serra with a 472. Blinks on that second part of the lights, and here we go. Racetrack, and it's going to be Jeff Serra coming back. So Josh Lutke dialed in at 461. Chris Stein dialed in at 415. And Josh Lutke puts up a 10-pack. How about the margin of victory in this one? Comes down to 6/10,000ths of a second. Josh Lutke 10 on the tree and 461.0 on a 461. He's 10 total. Chris Stein was 002, dead 8 to beat, 10 total. And with a margin of 6/10,000ths of a second, Josh Lutke is headed back to the semifinals. We're down to 3. Wes is sitting in the 82 bodied Regal, sitting over on the left side of the racetrack with a 681 dial. Showing up on his side of the scoreboards, and Jeff Serra. The winner is going to be Wes May by a margin of 1/1000th of a second down at the finish line. Wes was 007 and dead on 5. And we're going to find out if it's going to be a door car kind of day or if it's going to be a dragster kind of day. Josh Lutke, the racer out of Boonville, Indiana. The Racecraft chassis ride dialed in at 461, and Wes May. Josh Lutke in control of this pair and will score the win. Josh was 028 on the tree and goes 461 on a 461 to get the win light.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause for your winner here on Wednesday. $15,000 worth of APD carburetor money. It's Josh Lutke.
Some people just think parts is parts, but not us. Because we know when you order any of the over 1 million parts at jegs.com, you get the whole company. Expert advice, day or night, from the pros who know how to make you go. From now on, get your parts and your smarts only at jegs.com. Selection, service, and sweet satisfaction. That is jegs.com.
Well, you know, it's the old story. You do well, you win a couple of races, and then right away, everybody's against you, everybody's your enemy. You know, it's not fair, but that's the way it is.
Watch carefully. These stock eliminator finals are always so close. And how about this? Sal Biondo takes the win. It's the 100th final for the Biondo family, and it's a winning one for Sal. Sal Biondo, Peter Biondo, many national event wins. Of course, brother Peter has won any number of sportsman championships. For the third time in the last 12 years here at Maple Grove, Peter Biondo, Sal Biondo both win their respective eliminators at the same national event.
Biondo Racing Products, a family-owned and operated business, now in the 35th year of racers, providing racers with over 50 years of racing experience and expertise. Please check us out at beyondoracing.com.
Spread out a little bit. They'll get you paired up as you roll into the lanes. 6 cars remain. The text has gone out. Bring them to the front of the lanes for pairing. So quarterfinals, need you to the lanes, please. Quarterfinals, we need you to the lanes, please. Best losing package in Goodyear, round number 7, is Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas, you had the best losing package in Goodyear, round number 7. So the awesome folks at Goodyear gonna put a pair of slicks in the trailer for you there, Tim. Sure not what you were looking for, but not a bad consolation right there for coming up a little short. So thank you to Goodyear again for your support of round number 7. Congratulations, Tim Thomas. You are the Goodyear round 7 best losing package. All right, Steve Kelly, thank you for that info, and I couldn't agree more. But yeah, we're pulling for Cooper Chun for sure. Let's get that prayer chain going for Cooper. Make sure any opportunity you get, you lift him up in your prayers. So Goodyear round number 7 is done. Round 8 has been called. It's our quarterfinalist. We are getting them to the lanes. Our pairings have already been decided. What's up, Victo? Again, our pairings have been decided. Brandon lane choice over McKay. Holton lane choice over Gulitti. And Witt lane choice over Ludke. It's been a great day here on the mountain. It's 11:50 p.m. Eastern Time. So we are going to get, prior to curfew, we're going to get a $30,000 winner. So I'm excited about that. All the challenges and the monster crowd today, 640 strong, pretty significant rain delay. Again, a couple of cars breaking here and there, which happens, and still going to get it all done. Incredible job by everyone involved in racers. Again, you are to thank for promptly coming to the lanes when you're called. The ABCD system has worked very, very well. So thank you, racers, sponsors, and both the Fling staff and the Bristol Dragway staff. Everybody's put in a full day today. Certainly appreciate Motormania TV, Mark and Joanne, and Jegs and Mickey Thompson for bringing this live feed to everyone around the world, giving them opportunity to watch free of charge. You know, it is not really an expectation, I don't guess, to be able to watch these things free of charge. But fortunately, we've got great people in the promotion business and awesome sponsors that really kick in, you know, just as a way of saying thank you to everyone, not necessarily trying to get you to buy their products. It's really more of a thank you, just an opportunity to say thanks and give back a little bit to racers and the folks watching online. So chat bleachers, you've been strong today. We appreciate you. I see quite a few folks still up and at 'em and throwing some chats out there. That's always good to see. Funny Car Chris says he made his wife watch the feed all day. She's now a huge Big Jed fan. I find that hard to believe, but I appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words there, Kurt. All of you that's chimed in today, it's been really fun being back on the mic. I'm blessed and honored and humbled to be here for sure. It's been, you know, a little bit tough getting back in the swing of things. I feel like I've said the same old thing over and over, and, you know, so much separates them, and lights it pink, and should have took this, and should have took that. But, you know, it's hard to find 640 ways to talk about the racing. So I apologize if some of that just kind of got monotonous for you, but you know what? I'll try to do better. You know,
Still good on the mic, you just a little rusty.
yeah, I appreciate that change. Hopefully you wasn't betting on me. Hopefully you was betting against me and making money out there. I ain't mad at you. Look, I ain't mad at you. I'd have bet against me too. Especially if I run Joe Gary's car, because I couldn't beat it. You could get somebody at a concession stand that'd beat me in Joe Gary's car. I can't beat it. Our quarterfinals have been called. It looks like a pretty good group out there right now. They're shaking hands and chatting. That's always good to see. Loose Change says they're all out there. Appreciate that, Cliff Carr. It is really good to be back. You know, this obviously the fall fling, any fling event gets a lot of attention. You know, people are watching. I mean, I've had JJ, supposed to be in school. He's been watching all day. And I don't know how he gets by with that. Nephew back home, supposed to be working. He wasn't working. He was just watching, chiming in with me all day. I don't know how he got away with that. So we apologize to all employers out there. I think that we messed up some production. And we still got Friday. Nobody works hard on Friday. And now we got the Fall Fling going. It's going to be the biggest crowd you ever seen on a Friday. So we're going to mess up more production. The flying airbrush. I love you too, bro. Imagine that. Customs. ITC, the man himself, Jerron Settles. Appreciate you watching. I know we hadn't been running quarter mile day. We only been running 8th mile, but we certainly appreciate you tuning in for us running half track. Loose Change just put the schedule in front of me. Said you probably ought to touch on this a little bit. Good call. Gates open at 7:30 a.m. Fall Fling Reaction Time Challenge at 8 a.m. New entry time run at 8:15 a.m. That might be a little, yeah, I mean, that might be a little optimistic. But new entry time runs, have them ready. And round 1 starts with Group A at 8:30 a.m. Not real sure we'll make that exactly, but I'll tell you what, the effort will be there, and we're going to get as close to that as we can. So racers, it'll be important to have them ready. So whatever the schedule says that fits your action on the racetrack, it'll be important for you to be ready when that happens. I hear you, Jerron. But again, been an awesome day here on the mountain. You know, when you show up to these things, you never really know what the crowd's going to be like. But Peter told me last week, he said, you know, I'm getting a lot of calls, and he said, you know, I know kind of how many people sign up for the tech service, and that kind of gives me an idea of what to expect. And he said, buddy, I really think it's going to be strong. Real strong. I would say Peter's got good intuition, because this is ridiculous. 640 entries out there. Tomorrow's 100 grand. Is it going to go larger? This is the largest Fling race ever. Is it going to be bigger? Mike Eames? I don't know what Mike thinks, but I hear people saying they think it's going to go over the 640 number tomorrow. Loose Change says, I know it's going to.
Got a new entry in my camp. Going back 3 years.
Okay. Amanda's going to hit the racetrack tomorrow. So we know it'll be at least 641.
I wasn't going to win that money in the racetrack.
Well, Jesse Adams, I appreciate that. Super kind words from you. Obviously, a guy I have a lot of respect for, and your knowledge and experience in racing. That means a lot. I truly appreciate that. You know, I really don't feel like I do anything special on the mic. Just really kind of call the lap and try to halfway explain it. Sometimes I do a poor job of it. Sometimes I do okay. But I enjoy it. Here we go. Quarterfinals, ATI Performance Products, Thursday. $15,000 on the line. And we're about to work our way to the final 3 cars. We're starting out with Kevin Brannon, the Rabbit in the left lane. 564 is the dial. Rabbit in the Monza. Did I say Rabbit? Rabbit in the Monza. Right lane is Chase McKay. Chase been making some really solid runs. He's out of Romulus, Michigan. Then a 68 Camaro down 638. Rabbit giving up 7,400 head start. That is basically a bulb and a half on the Christmas tree. When's the last time somebody called it the Christmas tree? What am I doing with myself right now? That's old school talk, Christmas tree. But anyway, it's a bulb and a half, and Rabbit will leave last. McKay just lit it 13 red in his buy run. Rabbit lit it 003 in his round of competition. Appreciate that, Mopar man. Oh, this is flat nasty. Oh my goodness. Kevin Brannon left perfect and 4th out under. McKay leaves 003 and takes 002, and it does not get him the electricity. He's 3 take 2 and basically had to be behind by 4th out or more to get the win. He breaks it out 9th out. Kevin Brannon, perfect and 4th out under to the semis. He gets the coin, the $50, and a potential bye to the final. Josh Ludke, 459 in the left. Cody Witt, 490 in the right. Red by 4th out for Witt. Ludke got away with one right there. He's 22 and 3th out under. Josh Ludke dodges a major bullet. Cody Witt leaves it 4th out too soon. Ludke advances to the semifinals. Our final pair in round number 8 is Robert Holton out of Moncks Corner, South Carolina, the 90 Mustang. He's dialed 544. Corey Gulitti, a bad cat, having to make room in the trailer for an extra dragster that he won here on Tuesday. Dial 454. Gulitti giving up 9/10 head start, slightly less than a second to the door car of Robert Holton. $13,000's the difference up front. Gulitti with the advantage, and Gulitti with a double breakout win, 005, 5th out under. Gets by 18 and 23th out under. Holton breaks it out 18 thousandths more than Gulitti, and Corey Gulitti advances to the semifinals in the ATI Performance Products $30,000 main event here on Thursday. So we've got Gulitti, Ludke, and Brannon. All-star crew going to battle it out for this $30,000 payday on ATI Performance Products Thursday. Racers, it is 12:04 a.m. We'll ask you to turn them around fairly quickly and get them ready. We'll be calling for you shortly.
RAD torque guns are the world's most powerful and reliable torquing systems with the highest power-to-weight ratio. RAD torque guns are available in pneumatic, battery, and electronic drive systems with torque ranges from 500 to 15,000 foot-pounds of torque. RAD torque guns are being used around the world by companies such as Boeing Aerospace, Caterpillar Equipment, GE Wind Towers, the U.S. military, and many, many more. RAD torque systems are also very involved in the drag racing community, sponsoring many events, as well as a large fleet of RAD-sponsored race cars. For more information, visit radtorque.com.
60 years of innovation, 60 years of attention to detail, 60 years of rigorous testing under race conditions is what makes ATI Performance Products great. ATI has been helping racers like you reach the finish line first. Today, we manufacture a wide range of high-performance parts that are track-tested and race-proven. We're passionate about performance, and that passion is what drives you to the finish line first. See everything ATI has to offer at ATIRacing.com.
It really feels like if you can win a spring fling event, it's one of the most prestigious events you can win because a lot of really good bracket racers show up and it's just a really tough atmosphere.
These are some of the best bracket racers all over the U.S. There's a great turnout this year and I'm going up against the best of the best, trying to put my best foot forward. I think it's been really awesome. Definitely being challenged out here.
If someone asked me about spring fling, I would tell them to come and enjoy it because it's a great time. It's a full week of racing and a lot of beautiful cars and a lot of good competition.
If I was asked by anyone whether or not they should come to the spring fling, I would say absolutely. It's the best race on the West Coast. I would absolutely recommend it. Go spring fling team.
All right, ladder in hand. Number 1 seed lights it up 000 and earns himself a bye to the final. That is the Rabbit, Kevin Brannon. You will have the bye run. And Corey Gulitti will have lane choice over Josh Ludke. Gulitti with lane choice over Ludke, and Rabbit on the bye run. Racers again not trying to over rush you, I guess. But we do need you to turn them around and come on back. We're down to the semis. It is 12:08 a.m. We've got an early start tomorrow. We'd love for the crew to be able to get just a little bit of sleep. They won't get much, but we're going to let them get a little bit. So if we can get you three turned around and headed back this way, we'd appreciate you very much. Round number 9 coming up. So anytime you've got a 10-round race where you did not have a buyback, the crowd is incredible. It is definitely that. 640 entries started the day. We're down to our final 3. Certainly want to thank the great folks at RAD Torque Systems and Optima Batteries. They are right up on top of the flyer, helping bring the fall fling to you. Those are generous companies contributing to make sure that we can make this product as good as possible. We appreciate RAD Torque Systems and Optima Batteries very much. Great supporters and sponsors of ours here at the Fling. And certainly ATI Performance Products. Again, legendary brand. ATI is a brand that needs no introduction. They bring in the action to you here on Thursday. And it is a brand known for being associated with winning race cars in many different areas of racing. It's really cool to have them involved here with the fall fling. This Jegs and Mickey Thompson Motor Mania TV live feed has been off the chain today. Says, so it's what? It's 12:10 a.m. here in the Eastern time zone. So at the earliest, it's 9:10 on the West Coast, and we still got 1,118 people watching. Marco says we're ready. Semifinals to the staging lanes. Semifinals to the staging lanes, please. Rabbit sitting on the bye, and Gulitti with lane choice over Ludke. Semifinals. We need you to the lanes, please. Tomorrow's going to be a big day here on the mountain, folks. We're going to get it started early, so be where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there. We'll need everybody cooperating. And then we're going to get us a $100,000 winner sometime tomorrow evening, which is pretty darn cool. And then we're going to have a racer appreciation party. Trainwreck going to be bringing the music to you. Lou Greco was also scheduled to do that in Columbus, but Lou lasted to like the semifinals in the program in the 100K and just really didn't get an opportunity to let it loose. So, Lou, I'm pulling for you to do that again tomorrow. If that happens, I'm sure I will be out. I'll take my shot at it. Give me that guitar and a microphone. I'll play a little something and sing a tune. It wouldn't be near as good as what you do, but we'll entertain them. Once again, semifinals, you have been called. Semifinals, you have been called. Rabbit sitting on the bye run. Gulitti with lane choice over Ludke. That's a talented group of racers in our final three. Last three standing. Some perennial powers on the racetrack. No real surprise there. Caught one out of the corner of my eye coming around the corner. There's another one. So Gulitti and Ludke are here. Rabbit is here. Thank you, racers. Thank you so much. That's really nice, quick turnaround for having just ran the quarterfinals. We appreciate you, racers, very much. That's awesome that you're getting here so fast and going to get us back on the racetrack quickly, and we can get our final ran and get everybody tucked in tonight. Mopar Man says he still calls it the Christmas tree because his first race was in 1964. Hey, Mopar Man, you ain't no puppy. The semifinals are in the lanes. Of course, they know the pairings. There's only one of those. As the Rabbit will take a stress-free ride into the final round. It is the last bye of the evening, obviously, in the semifinals. But that's really the bye run that you want. You just want the last one. No matter where it happens in the race, you just want the last bye run. If it happens at 3, that's great. If it happens at 7, that's great. If it happens at 15, that's great. Just trying to get that last one. And Rabbit did just that with a perfect reaction. That's a pretty strong performance right there. The winner of Gulitti and Lutke will face Rabbit in the final, so it will be a classic door car versus dragster matchup. We love those. The very first final here at a Fling event way back in 2010 was a door car versus a dragster. I think that was the very first final. Ooh, Mike English. Hold on there, bro. Mike said his very first race didn't have a Christmas tree. I guess that was the old flag drop at Santa Ana Airport in 1958. Well now. That's good stuff, Mike. My closest drag strip back home in Birmingham began their operations in 1956 or 57, still operating today, so pretty cool. See Lassiter Mountain Dragway still kicking. Steve Cuthbertson. They still call it a Christmas tree. You know, you don't hear that very much these days. You know, we don't say bleach box, and we don't say Christmas tree. We don't say a lot of the things we used to say. And I've been doing this myself since '84. I started when the Christmas tree had 5 ambers, 5 of those bad boys. It took it forever to fall top to bottom.
So KB's not going to take, we're just going to.
I hear them firing up. Now, what I'm being told is Rabbit, just for the sake of time, he's ready, so he's just going to sit back, not even come up. He's just going to sit back and wait on the winner of this round to make it back around to meet him in the final. Just try to keep things moving along as quickly as possible. No points or anything involved, so Rabbit's just going to hold up and wait on the winner of this pair to get back to him. Oh, Jake, do I have stories? I told the story here at the Labor Day 250K that we had first part of September. Told the story about Bobby Joe Pennington running over the track dog at Fulton Dragway in Fulton, Mississippi. Coming out of the burnout box, because nobody tells Bobby Joe Pennington when to burn out. That's a good one. I'd like to tell that one on the mic one day if I hadn't already. Josh Ludke in the left lane. Here he is from Boonville, Indiana. 2019 Racecraft, dial 458. Steve Law standing over his shoulder saying, come on, Josh. Right lane, Corey Gulitti. Talented young man, dial 453 out of Tomball, Texas. 2021 American chassis. They're off and running. 6 thousandths is the difference. And Ludke turns on the win light. He's 12 dead 2, taking 1 thou at the stripe. Gulitti, 006 dead 9 to be 1 thou behind. Looks like Corey took negative 1 thou, and Josh Ludke does it once again. 12 dead 2, solid lap for Ludke, 14 thou total, moving him to the final round to face the Rabbit, Kevin Brannon.
60 years of innovation, 60 years of attention to detail, 60 years of rigorous testing under race conditions is what makes ATI Performance Products great. ATI has been helping racers like you reach the finish line first. Today, we manufacture a wide range of high-performance parts that are track-tested and race-proven. We're passionate about performance, and that passion is what drives you to the finish line first. See everything ATI has to offer at ATIRacing.com.
All right, here we are at the ET Shack at the Summer Fling. It's $100,000 ATI Friday. I'm here with McKenna Brown. We're going to have some fun at the ET Shack. McKenna, you turned on the win light. I'm going to give you $50 cash if you can tell us your reaction time. And I'm going to give you $100 cash if you could tell us your get the reaction time and the finish line margin of victory correct. So what was your reaction time?
Well, I felt like I missed a little bit. I actually bumped down 3 times, so I did take 12 out of my reaction time. So,
by the way, 4 in a bump, that's a jaggy thing.
I did learn that from him. I'm going to say I was probably around 12 on the tree.
Pretty close, 15 on a tree. All right, so how much did you get there first by?
Let's see. All right, well, it was double breakout. I broke out 3 thou. He broke out.
Oh, I'm sorry, wait. He got there first, my bad. How much did he get there first by?
Wait, what'd you say?
How much did he get there first by?
Let's see. So he broke out by 10 thou. I broke out by 3 thou. And I guess he had a pretty decent light. I'm going to say he probably took around 6 thou.
18 thou.
All right.
So, McKenna, you got the win light, round 1. How are you feeling about your chances today? Did you win, and did you win in your first entry?
I did not win. I was 004, take 003 this morning for the L. I broke out 1 thou. I had Zach Fulcher. He was a 001, dead 5. So it was a pretty good lap, but didn't turn on the win light, so I'm glad I got the win light on this one.
All right, she's 1 out of 2. I'm sure you're going to buy back in your first entry.
Yes, absolutely, and I'm feeling good about today.
So, McKenna, tell us a little bit about when you started racing, how long you've been racing, and what you love about racing.
Well, I love this track because I actually started racing here when I was 10 years old. I got my license here, junior dragster, and I came out. I got my license on a Thursday. I came out on a Saturday morning, and I won my very first race here in a junior dragster that same weekend. So I've loved this place. I've won some track championships here in junior dragster, and then once I came into a big car, I really haven't come here very much. But every time I come here, I love it. So that's how I started racing, was actually here at this track, and racing with my family. I had my Uncle Jeg out here today and my Uncle John out here yesterday and the day before, and I mean, he hasn't raced in like 10 years and he was doing awesome. Like that's what I love about it so much, is being able to come out here and do it with my friends and family, and it's just, that's what I love most about it, is having the community that I've grown up with, people at this track, just being here and having a good time.
She said she was nervous about the interview. She talks like she's been doing this for years, interviews. So how do you feel about your chances the rest of the day? You got the home court advantage, so to speak. And also, do you approach a Fling race, a big buck event, any different than you approach, let's say, just a weekly bracket program event here?
You know, I don't. I think of every single round as its own round. I don't see it as, you know, I'm racing for 100,000 this morning. I see it as I'm just racing another person. As soon as I put the helmet on, I know I have a game plan of what I'm going to do, and I just try and stick to that. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to try it again. But no, I don't really look at it as a big race. I just try and take it one round at a time and focus on it like that. If I try and think of it as it's a big race, I get a little too nervous and I see my performance start to go down. So my grandpa Jeg, he taught me that a long time ago, to not really look at the flyer and just take it one round at a time.
I tell you, she is calm and she's cool. And at these events, sometimes it's that kind of attitude, it's that kind of approach that ends up standing in a winner's circle at the end of the day. Good luck today, McKenna.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And let's have a rain-free, issue-free day here on the mountain. Get us a $100,000 winner on Moser Engineering Friday. Our great friends in Moser Engineering. Wonderful supporters of the Fling and a lot of racers and races. We appreciate the Moser family and the hardworking people back there at Moser. It's Moser Engineering Friday, and it's $100,000. But that is not the most important thing on the plate right now. The most important thing is getting this final completed and seeing if Josh Lutke or Kevin Brannon is going to be the man of the hour and hoist the trophy. By the way, welcome to Bristol in the fall. I think today's the first day of fall, or actually was yesterday, technically, since it's 12:30 a.m. on Friday. I left Birmingham about 4:30 Wednesday afternoon, and I think it was about 93 degrees. And tomorrow's high on the mountain, 69. 69 degrees. The high tomorrow. 41 is the low. So I'm looking at this 8 a.m. start in the morning. It's going to be a little crispy on the air there in the morning at 8 a.m. So I like to try to be a good, clear thinker here. So those of you that have been racing, you're doing your reaction time challenge and you got that spot where you're trying to set it up for perfect or super low super low double O, excuse me. Well, it's going to be rather crisp and cool in the morning. And if the hot rod were 200 or 300 faster on the racetrack, going to be some of them thousandths on the starting line. So your hot rod might just move a little quicker than it has been in the morning with that cool, crisp air. I would take that into consideration if I were one of those 25 drivers. By 10 a.m., it's going to be 52 degrees, and it's going to reach the high somewhere in the 4 p.m. hour. But it ain't ever going to get hot. It's going to be a really nice day here tomorrow. Probably need to get those Fling hoodies for the Racer Appreciation Party tomorrow. By the time 10 p.m. rolls around tomorrow, it's going to be back to 52 degrees. That's going to have a little nip in the air. So again, racers, reaction time challenge, 8 a.m. New entries immediately following that, and first round immediately following that. So let's get those hot rods up, get them ready. You do not have to have your teeth brushed or your hair combed to be part of the reaction time challenge. So just get up, warm the hot rod up, and roll on up here. What's up, Steve? Steve Law feeling good out there. His driver's fixing to scrap it out with Rabbit for $30K. So again, 8 a.m. start tomorrow for the reaction time challenge. So folks, we need to get that rolling on time. We'll need everybody to be ready and be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Tomorrow's a huge day. We need to get it started on time. All right, here they come. They are rumbling up here by the tower. This will be our final pair of the evening. It will be the dragster in the left lane of Josh Ludke from Boonville, Indiana. It's a 2019 Racecraft chassis. Ludke just went 458 with a 2, leaving it on the 458. Right lane is the door car, the 80 model Monza from Gaffney, South Carolina, belonging to Kevin Brennan, the Rabbit. Spring Fling Million winner. Trying to get this $30K payday on ATI Performance Products Thursday. Rabbit's dialed 563. Both cars dialing it fairly honest. I'm sure both can cover the dial, possibly go under a little. But it looks pretty honest in the way they're letting go. I don't blame them. Don't want to overdrive here. Rabbit getting a little over a second head start in the door car. And Ludke will try to run him down. Both clean and green, and both as green as they've been in a while. And Ludke does it again. 43, dead 2, 45 pack for Josh Ludke. Rabbit 28, take 25 to be 8 thou under. Needed to take 17 or less. And we have wrapped up ATI Performance Products Thursday with a $30,000 payday going to Josh Ludke as they'll make their way back to the winner's circle for a celebration and an interview. Thank you, racers. 640 entries strong. We appreciate each and every one of you today. We look forward to the 100K tomorrow on Moser Engineering Friday, and certainly appreciate each and every sponsor as well for all you have done to make this an incredible fall fling on the mountain. We still got $130,000 left to give the winners through the weekend. So winner's circle coming up. Thank you, Motor Mania TV. Thank you, Jegs and Mickey Thompson. Chat Bleachers, we love you. Get some sleep. We're going to do it all again tomorrow. It's going to be a big day here on the mountain. It starts at 8 a.m. Reaction Time Challenge racers. Have them up, warm, and ready. We will need you at 8 a.m.
Nobody beats Jegs.com. Choose from millions of name brand parts and support from experts who know and love cars. 24/7 for life. There's only one place to go. Jegs.com.
60 years of innovation, 60 years of attention to detail, 60 years of rigorous testing under race conditions is what makes ATI Performance Products great. ATI has been helping racers like you reach the finish line first. Today, we manufacture a wide range of high-performance parts that are track-tested and race-proven. We're passionate about performance, and that passion is what drives you to the finish line first. See everything ATI has to offer at ATIRacing.com.